Hello friends, this is me again, Hamid. I'm off to a really important journey personally for me, but also a really exciting adventure which I want to share with you guys over the next few days. I'm at Brisbane International Airport. I'm just about to get on a plane to Singapore and then on to New Delhi, and this adventure will unfold there. So as we sit around Brisbane International Airport just waiting for the flights, I've just checked in. It's empty pretty much. It's an afternoon flight. It's pretty much an empty airport. You can hardly see anyone around. I'm hoping that the plane will be half empty as well. So this is the check-in area. Usually it's beaming with people, but no one today. So let's wait and see what happens. So yeah, stay with me. Next few days I'll bring you some really interesting adventures about why, and I'll tell you why I'm actually going to India. Take care. So yes, the plane was actually half empty, so it was a good flight. And I landed in Singapore right next to a massive A380 of Lufthansa. 3 hour stopover, went straight into the Silvercrest Lounge, which is one of my favorite lounges in terms of food and everything. Did a bit of duty-free shopping. Watched a few movies. After Singapore, flew to Delhi. And eventually landed in Delhi, Indira Gandhi International Airport. It was not too busy, so was able to get out fairly quickly. And in about 20 minutes, I was out of the airport. That was the record that I've had at Delhi in all my travels to Delhi. Spent the day in Delhi, traveled around, and next day morning, I was at New Delhi railway station. Wanted to try the new Vande Bharat Express, or train 18 as they call, which is now the fastest train in India. So, tried that to Ludhiana. As the train got out of Delhi, went full speed, 130 km an hour, which is not great when you come from Japan, but in India that's a big speed. Was interesting. Normally I'm used to 4 or 5 hour journey to Ludhiana if I go and visit mom and dad. It was 3 hours and 9 minutes, which was great. Enjoyed every bit of it. Brand new train, really good seats, really comfortable seats. The aesthetic is really good. Food is really top class, so it's not like the normal Indian railway food, so loved that. Because it's a little bit expensive, the crowd was not the normal gentry. It was a little bit better than what you would expect in Indian train. It cost me 1800 rupees to get an executive class coach because I was the only one available. It does have bring your own device entertainment system through Wi-Fi, which is great. I think this is the first train in India that has that. You could watch a few Bollywood movies. Wasn't interested, so I just stuck on to my own little bit. As we sped through the countryside, first Haryana and then through Punjab, we finally arrived at Ludhiana, which is where mom and dad live. Our plan is to spend a couple of days with mom and dad and then cross the border for a day and visit Kartarpur Sahib in Pakistan, something I'd always wanted to do. I had to leave really early on the day when we had to cross. It was the day and I was really excited. The early morning start on the day at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we drove from Ludhiana to Kartarpur Sahib. It had rained all night, and I was a bit scared that the rain might play small spot. It was drizzling occasionally and it'll start raining and stop again. So I was keeping my fingers crossed as we drove through early morning traffic heading towards Amritsar. As we got closer to Amritsar and the border areas, the sun started to rise and the rain had stopped. And then it started to rain again. rising sun, you could start to see the amazing countryside of the rural Punjab. In Punjab, lush green fields. Early morning on a rainy day, it's just amazing. I was loving the scenery and loving the countryside. I was equally worried about the rain as we got closer to the border terminal. The rain started to get worse, and I was literally starting to worry, but at the same time I just could not enjoy the countryside, the fields, children getting ready to go to school so early in the morning. Straight, narrow country roads. This is the border area, so it was a bit different. It was something to slowly take in, but the rain was starting to become a bit of a problem, and I was starting to get worried about the rain. And slowly, as we reached closer to the border, we finally started to sort of see the rain was slowing down a little bit, and I just sort of kept my fingers crossed and hoped that in the next 20 minutes it'll go away. And then came the sign to turn towards Dera Baba Nanak. Then we finally reached there after a bit of security. There was the Indian side of the terminal, still a construction zone. The rain was starting to get heavier again, and it was just not looking good. But we were there at the Indian side of the border terminal, which was still being constructed. Looked great, looked really amazing. The flag post was missing the flag, which was an irony, but we were there ready to cross over. Hello people, this is Mayhamid. I am at the India-Pakistan border at Kartarpur Sahib, Dera Baba Nanak. What I'm going to be doing today is crossing over to Pakistan for the day to visit the Sheikh Shrine of Kartarpur Sahib. This is the adventure that I've been talking about for a while, and it's a rainy day. Fortunately, it hasn't sort of worked in my favor. But it started at 4 o'clock this morning. It's about 8 o'clock, and the first lot of people registered today are just about starting to come in. So behind me is the actual corridor. So it's still a work in progress. That's the terminal behind me, and on the other side of that terminal is Pakistan. So it's a bit chilly. People are just about starting to pour in, and hopefully the weather will get better and not play small sport today. For those who do not know the story, this is a border crossing that was opened in November last year. Indians and people of Indian origin are allowed to go over without a visa for a day. What we are looking to do today is do exactly that. Visit over. I'll show you what arrangements are in place for people to visit the Gurudwara or the Sikh temple at Kartarpur Sahib. It's early in the morning. It's been raining. It's chilly. But it's worth it. The Indian side looks like the construction is still halfway through, so if you look around, you could probably see some of the construction is still not finished. And on the other side, I don't know how it is, but looks like when it's finished, it'll be a really interesting and a very, very monumental place. So without much ado, let's try and make it in and see what's on the other side of this terminal. I'll have to go through immigration, so unfortunately I cannot make any videos for the immigration process. When I get to the other side, I'll see you again. We went through all that, and we also had to take a couple of polio vaccination drops along the way. Right, I am past immigration now. Behind me is the immigration and customs. So I'm technically out of India now. It's actually a border area, so obviously there's security. But behind me in the complex is immigration, the Indian immigration. So you have to clear the Indian immigration, and you literally do not get a stamp on your passport. You actually get a stamp on your travel authority, which is what this is. And customs, basically, where you have to clear this yellow form and then you're ready to go. So literally very simple process, one of the easiest immigrations that I've ever cleared in my life, I would say. On the other side of this terminal is Pakistan, as I said. So if I turn the camera around, that but on the other side is Pakistan. So this little buggy is going to take us all the way to the zero line, and then from there on it will be virtually us going on the other side. So good luck, stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated with everything else. So this is pretty much the final frontier on the Indian side, the most demilitarized, or the most militarized border in the world. On my right is India, and the terminal building that I was in behind there, and I am now standing in Pakistan, and literally this is where this is all about. Yeah, India, and I'm now officially in Pakistan. So great feeling. Welcome ji. Durji, thank you. So there's more people waiting to take us the other side. Literally very welcome feeling in Pakistan. There's Indian guards on the other side, and then there's pretty much the so you can see the border fence. This is a border area, so obviously there's border fences and everything around there. I am now in Pakistan, first time experience of crossing the border on the foot. So yes, those are the border gates, India on the other side, Pakistan on this side. And this is what it's all about in the end, isn't it? I'm trying to get out. So this little thing will take us out to the fence. There's a few other tourists. There's a little border force that basically welcomes us to Pakistan. The Pakistani flag on the other side. And yeah, thank you. Can't believe I've just crossed the border. So friends, there we are. I was amazed that the Pakistani guard actually came down and shook my hands, which was amazing. And then we were off to the Pakistani side for immigration. Our driver was a really interesting chap. He sort of welcomed us to Pakistan, pointed out to the boat, slowed down so we could take pictures, but also started on the leg of one of the old men, asking him if he was feeling cold in Pakistan. It was freezing. And then look what we see. A little white dog, probably on its way to India. Not sure where it came from and how it crossed all the fences and managed to get close to border outpost. But in India and Pakistan, you see them everywhere and they can do just about anything. So behind me now are the currency exchange counters and the counter to pay the fees. They also will basically give you a ticket which looks something like this. I'll just show you in a minute. This is what you'll have to carry around in order to cross the immigration. So as the weather starts to get better, people are starting to come in. It is a busy place now, and behind me is the immigration counter for Pakistan, and literally